Hi, it's Heather Lindsay here from Blissed Out Mums, and I'd like to welcome you to my first video blog series on emotional management for better parenting. Now, this series was run a few weeks back as 5 Facebook Live videos, and thanks to the great response I've had, I've decided to put them in a formal format. Now, when a mum has emotional self-regulation, emotional control, she is a more effective parent. If we're in a highly emotional state, we can't and we don't think as clearly, and therefore we can have a harder time implementing the parenting strategies that are required at the time. When we can't implement our strategies effectively, our children don't respond as well. So the importance of getting control of our emotions is twofold. It not only benefits our own self and our enjoyment of our life, but affects the quality of our parenting and therefore our children. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about anger. Now anger is an umbrella emotion that covers the sub-emotions such as fury and frustration and rage, feeling irritated, crankiness, exasperated. Now, anger and all of the sub-emotions are normal and healthy until it gets out of control and becomes destructive. A mum who is always frustrated or exasperated or just simply constantly annoyed, more often than she is calm, patient and in control, more than likely has a problem with anger. Now, anger can be caused by a seemingly endless list of events. Life, the kids' behaviour, things on the news, something on Facebook, all of the daily events that are part of a busy mum's life. And what triggers one mum won't trigger another. So it's important not to compare yourself, because after all, this is your journey through being a mum and not anyone else's. Now, when you're angry, there are physiological changes in your body that occur. Your pulse rate goes up, the blood pressure rises, and you have the stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol flood your system. All of this is part of that fight or flight response. And the physiological changes that result often cause behavioural ones too. A mum who is angry would exhibit all different types of behaviours, and yelling is the most common. Others include ignoring the situation or her child or the person making her angry, hitting, smacking or roughly handling her child, throwing things across the room, including toys, simply walking out, storming off, or going and slamming the door. Now, none of these are appropriate parenting behaviours and none of them are useful. My question to mums when we talk about their behaviour is, would you accept this type of behaviour from your child if she or he was angry, or from someone else in your life if it was directed to you? And if the question to that is no, then how can you accept that behaviour from yourself directed to those around you who you love? So when is anger a problem? Okay, look, excessive parental anger and aggressive parent behaviours is called parenting bullying. And it's a very common problem, and it happens often mostly behind closed doors. If you yell at your children, there is the potential to cause emotional or psychological distress or damage to your child. And child behavioural and psychological research has demonstrated that children who are subjected to emotional mistreatment by an excessively angry parent have negative consequences. They have lower self-confidence and can grow up to believe themselves to be unworthy. Children exposed to aggressive parenting behaviours and verbal abuse at a very young age are more likely to display these same aggressive behaviours in social situations. And this is simply because they have just not had the parents around to model appropriate emotional behavioural management. Children exposed to loud noises can often become timid. And as children grow older, they can develop learning difficulties, have problems concentrating at school, and suffer poorer grades. Now, no parent, no mother wants any of that for their child. The $64,000 question is always, how much is excessive? Now, no parent is perfect, and a single incident of anger or yelling is unlikely to cause major long-term damage to your child. However, if it is a pattern of behaviour for you that when you're angry and frustrated at your child, then you yell or hit or scream or storm out, then there is the potential for problems to occur. So how do we manage our anger? The first thing is we have to develop awareness. Understand why you get angry, what your triggers are, what situations are more likely to push your buttons other than others. Then you can take steps to avoid them and put a strategic plan in place to address the cause of what's causing you to be angry. Now, having a process such as journaling of self-reflection is really good, rather than just ranting and raving and debriefing with our girlfriends, because you actually get to a resolution. The second thing we need to do is manage our thinking patterns. So when you're faced with that situation that you know has the potential to make you angry, if you're running a pattern of negative self-talk such as this is horrible, I can't manage, I can't cope, then it's really important to replace those thoughts with positive ones, such as I'll be able to handle this, I can do this, this is only temporary. This positive self-talk goes a long way to diffusing anger and frustration, and even simple irritation and crankiness. Now, relaxation strategies are crucial for any mum, but are especially useful for those mums with anger and frustration problems. Slow, deep breaths reduce the heart rate, breathing rate, and slow the release of adrenaline and cortisol. This reduces stress and helps you get a handle on your behavior so you can act consciously instead of reacting. Now, lastly, if you have a problem with anger and you find yourself constantly frustrated or cranky, it's important to seek help. I work with mums through my Calm and Patient Mum program and my one-on-one coaching programs to gain control of their emotional reaction when faced with challenging behaviour from their child. For the first time, I'm running a 5-day free Calm Mummy Challenge that kicks off on the 3rd of October in this year. And the challenge is taken directly from my Calm and Patient Mum program. It'll help you get control of that emotional reaction, look after you, and feel less frustrated. When you arm yourself with techniques and strategies to control your temper in the moment, you'll be able to stop yelling, stop smacking or any other rough behaviour towards your child, and be a more effective parent. Each day you'll receive a new email with a daily challenge focused on a core theme to help you calm down with stress and when your child is acting out and pushing your buttons. And at the end of the week, you'll have a plan to make your parenting easier, more enjoyable, and more effectively. So if you'd like to join, then please follow the link below this video and sign up. And if you've got a problem with anger and frustration and you'd like to have a chat to me directly about how you can jump straight into revolutionising your journey through my Calm and Patient Mum program, then just connect with me via social media or find all the details about the program, all the extra learnings and resources at my website, which is www.blissedoutmums.com.au. That's it for all today's video. I hope it has been useful for you. I hope you've enjoyed talking to you. I really look forward to seeing you in the next one, where I will be talking about something that's really close to my heart: sadness and perinatal depression. I hope you have a beautiful day. Take steps to being the awesome mum and the super mum in your own right that I know you can be. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.